hustle, do whatever it takes to buy your first truck cash, because, to become the person you really want to become.
Yeah.
So what else can you do? I mean, you got the money. What else in music, And that's what they don't tell. That's what they don't.
Hey, you guys, it's Michaela, and you are tuned into another episode of Hear Me Out. Today, we have a great guest today. Our next guest is a man of balance, yet refined, grounded in the country life, but driven by a passion for music. A devoted father and a talented artist. He blends ranch life rhythm with lyrical expression that speaks from the soul. Please welcome Jay.
Yeah, how y'all doing?
Jay, how you doing?
Doing good.
It's a pleasure to have you today.
Yes, ma'am.
So for the people that's first meeting you, I want them to know a lot of new things about you.
Yes, ma'am.
So take me back to where you grew up and what was it in the environment?
Well, I'm from a small town in Mississippi, so where I grew up, we really ain't have much. And, coming to the city, changed a lot for me. And I just brought what I knew in the country, because I'm raised by my grandmother, and brought it up here and just stuck with it. And, and it worked for me.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So did your granny, did she raise you?
Yes, I was raised by my grandmother, and she passed away like about 4 years ago, and it always stuck with me, so I used what she taught me, like the morals and principles that she taught me. I used it until today, so she mean a lot to me.
Was she passed away 4 years and your daughter's 1 year old,
Yes.
right? Okay, so how did your granny shape you into the man that you are today?
She always taught me respect, respect take me a long way, and having character and being disciplined, so, and I really appreciate that because it made me the man I am today.
Okay.
Yes,
What small city did you grow up in?
it's a small city called Port Gibson.
Where's that? How far is that from Dallas?
It's around 6 hours.
Okay.
Yep. It's a small city.
Were you always raised in the country life?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you some questions. How was it like in your childhood? Did you grow up fast or did you what environment did you grow up
Yeah, I
in?
grew up pretty fast, I come from the streets, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where it all started it. And that what, molded me. That's why I come up out the streets. And really, if you really, the people who already probably in tune to me and know who I am, I'm really an entrepreneur, So I started with trucks, 18-wheelers, dump trucks. Also started doing towing vehicles, tow truck, pressure washing business, construction, doing backhoe work and skid steer work, things like that. And now, got a ranch and messing with cattle and horses now.
Yeah. And I love that. How's that going?
It's going well.
Yeah.
Something that I grew up doing already, but now, chasing the dream, and made it happen.
Mm-hmm. I see that you just you went to a rodeo, right?
Yes.
How did that go?
Went well. I got a cousin that's throwing the rope, so I'm investing in him and making sure he doing what he have to do, and I'm just sponsoring it.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you barrel at all? Like, do you know how to barrel? Like,
oh, yeah.
Is it barreling, right?
Yes. Then really, that's the horse work. The horse do the work for you. So, we train them up or buy the horse that's trained and try to do numbers.
Okay. Yeah, I was going on, I was doing some research on you and I was on your YouTube and I seen some barreling on there, some rope. I seen everything on there. In the rodeo, what did it consist of?
Barrel racing, it's different events within the rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
So, barrel racing, throwing the rope, like I say, and just trying to do the best number, and win prizes,
Mm-hmm. So was there like something that you were aiming for, like a prize that you were aiming for, like?
Yes. Then we always trying to win the jackpot. We always trying to get the best number to win the jackpot, rodeo after rodeo. Mm-hmm. So we gonna travel all 50 states doing this,
Okay.
And making a living from doing what we love to do.
Okay.
Yes.
So you mentioned that, and I love that. But you mentioned that you did come from the street life, of course.
Yes.
But what made you realize, like, I can't do this no more? It's just time to turn my life around.
Well, one thing about being in the streets, it's no love in them. No matter how good the gang can be to you, there's no love in them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of people find themselves dead or in jail because you can't get out the street. So you got to change what you're doing. It can be hard to change because that's all a lot of people know. And a lot of people don't educate themselves. They feel that's the only way to make a living. That's the only way to get it. So coming from those type of environments, it'll teach you if you really paying attention, like when you're losing friends, when you wonder why people not excelling and things bad happening. I mean, that will come with it. So what get me a lot, even on social media, like people who live this street life or selling drugs or robbing or doing whatever it take, they glorify, but when something happen, everybody feel sorry for the person. I never understood that. If we in the streets, we all in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we signed up for. So don't feel sorry for me if I'm hustling or I'm doing the wrong thing to make a way. And y'all know this for years, but I die. You feel sorry for me. Why you ain't tell me that before this ever happened or try to stop me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
did you have like anybody in your friend group or in your family that like passed away or went to jail and you was just like, you know what? No, like this is just not the life I'm trying to continue living.
Uncle doing life, cousins doing 40, 30 years, 20 years, the people around me, friends, same, it never stops. Graveyard, it never stops. But what stops is when you pay attention, paying attention to what's going on would change a lot of things if people just slow down and pay attention, to understand that this a lose-lose situation. No matter how good it look, it's a lose-lose situation. I think that would have changed a lot of people,
Yeah. And I see, of course, you make music. And was there like was the music to put out like your passion and the pain of like what you went through and to put a stuff out there to tell people that the street life is just not it?
Yes, ma'am. Then when I'm doing music, it's more about what I live, what I've been through. Showing that you can be a kid that come from nothing and still make it, or a kid that's in the streets and make it out. So I make music more for the soul, not just to make a rap song. So that's why I look around now and a lot of artists that's rapping now, they rapping, but they're not saying nothing. They don't have a message. It's a difference between rapping and make timeless music. Something that people can go back 30 years.
Yeah.
A lot of people is one-hit wonders. That's why you don't hear about them no more.
Would you ever step into like doing, I know you're in the country life, but would you ever step into doing country music?
Not really.
No.
I thought about doing a little blues, like making.
I can see you doing that for sure.
Something like that, because I got an old soul. So I know I can do it. I just ain't got to it yet. I stay busy. Like I say, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm always working. I'm always working. I'm always grinding.
What is like the song that you have right now? Like, what is the most song out there that hit the top records or the song that you really love, like your favorite song?
Then of course it'll be Ladder to Grandma if they go back and hear that.
Yeah.
Because I love my grandmother so much, and she put a lot into me to be the man I am today. But right now I say 90 Day Run. It's a great song. If you go listen to it, everything I said is real.
Yeah.
Everything.
Are you working on a new project right now?
Yes, I've been writing, coming up with something, because really I don't write. So I got a couple guys that been wanting me to, make an album. So I've been sitting down writing and coming up with something that's, when I drop, it's going to be some heat.
Okay, real successful. Doing the ranch life, doing music, everything. Got a beautiful daughter. Is there any projects that, I know you're a really successful man right now. Is there anything that you would like to do, like a new project that you would like to do?
Oh, yes. Never going to stop.
Always
Never
doing.
stopping. Because the day I stop, the day I'm dead. So
Yeah.
I'm never stopping. I mean, I'm working every day. We come from nothing. A lot of people want money, but I want to be wealthy. A lot of people, we've been getting money for a long time. Like I say that we get money, but the thing about that is, the money. What do you got more than the money? You ask a lot of people that they ain't got nothing else. All you got is money. Where your real estate at? Where you putting your money at? So money is losing every day. Inflation eating money up every day. So you showing me your money, show me what money can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do believe in that because there's a lot of rich people out there that do just have money. They don't, they don't have no one to go home to, or they're not really investing into a
Yes.
lot of money. So the money is, going pretty
Yeah.
fast and stuff
Yeah,
like
the real wealthy. Then, like I say, the real wealthy, they don't think about money. They thinking about a system to generate money.
that. Yeah.
They don't think about money. A lot of people that you watch, it's all about, oh, I got a bankroll. I can pull a bankroll out. I can walk around with a backpack full of money.
Mhm.
What you showing? It depends on who you talking to. The level of your education. Make it look like you got something, but really have you spent some?
Mhm.
You got to spend some money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
And I'm learning something new myself. Okay, so who taught you the ranch life? Or what made you get into the horses and the cattle and stuff like that? Who introduced you to it?
Then I come from that. Like I say, I'm from Mississippi, so
Yeah.
Louisiana, all small towns, like in the area. That's what we do. Like you might be in the country, and up here they might laugh at it. You might see somebody in the country that's making a killing,
Mm-hmm.
not wearing designer, no chains, no jewelry, no nothing. Got over 100 heads of cows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like really making money or driving trucks. Got 15 trucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a different way of living. So it can look funny to people until you really understand what's really going on. White people been doing this forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's why they so ahead. They've been doing this forever. Not only this game, it's a lot. The credit game, they've been doing this. A lot of people just not catching on. We behind, man. As a race of people, we behind.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
agree. Are
Yep.
you?
But another question.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's like, who fault is it? They always say it's another race fault or something. Who fault is it? Who fault it is you're not educating yourself? Most of us take our education for granted.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like a lot of people blame it on like the childhood and stuff?
I mean, a lot of people gonna blame it on their childhood, because that's what most people do.
Yeah.
They want to blame something on somebody else. But when you gonna blame your actions on yourself, that's when you make a change. When you look in the mirror and start changing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're gonna all have trauma and problems that we go through in life.
Mm-hmm.
We all, no matter if you're at the top of the mountain, at the bottom of the mountain, we all got problems. We all come from something that we can always blame on somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just feel like you got to blame yourself, and whatever come at your way, you got to be able to stand there.
Yeah, because you can't blame your trauma forever
No,
on everything that you're doing. Do you want to expand worldwide? Like, where is your business at right now? What city is it located in?
DFW area.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I in Dallas area. Yes.
Is there like a place that you wanted?
No, I wanted it in Dallas. I wanted it in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always wanted it in the city.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there's some stuff that I do want to touch base on. I did write them on here. So is hip hop the only music that you listen to, or I see you were listening to Morgan Wallen, so I don't know why I'm asking that, but I do see that you listen to Morgan Wallen. But what is like your main music type right now?
Well, I like, of course, it's gonna be hip hop, but
Yeah.
I like blues. Like I say, TK Soul. I like real blues. That King George. I like King George. He nice. I like a lot of older artists. Like things I grew up on in the country. That's why we all know blues. It's just normal because that's something we do down there.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you ever been to like not a concert, but the little bars and stuff, they put the blues together. Have you ever
Like a
been
trail ride, something
Yeah.
like that.
Well, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I've been to a few of them. Yeah.
Okay. How is a trail ride? I've never been. Like,
Just
explain that.
horses and people coming together, to live a country life, or um, it's fun. It's pretty good. Trail ride's it's pretty good.
Okay. And there's like four-wheelers and stuff out there as
Yeah,
well. People just bring their own horses out there?
yeah, everything. Horses like ATVs, all that. And they go on the trail, and everybody just enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What's the hardest part about doing the ranch life?
Um, then the hard part is just doing it. Like just
Mm-hmm.
getting up. I mean, just working, you know. But
Yeah.
when you love what you're doing and you see what you're doing, it's not work, you know. So we just keep everything at the highest level possible, you know. It's running at the highest level possible, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So right now, do you have a house or do you have
Yeah,
like a part? You have a house.
yeah,
Do you want to have like the animals on your land one day?
yeah. They already there.
They're already there,
Yeah,
so you get to wake up to them every
yes,
day.
yes.
Okay, that's cool. How does your baby like that? Does she like being around the
Yeah,
animals?
she love it.
Like raising?
She always trying to touch horses, and she'll grow up on it, you know, the same thing. So I'm sure she'll love it. But whatever she want to do, you know, I'm going to bag it. So
Hmm.
it's whatever.
Would you introduce her to the ranch life? Would you ever let her barrel? You know, babies are barreling now,
Oh,
stuff
yes.
like that.
Oh,
Would
yes.
you ever let her do that?
Yes. Whatever she want to
Want to
do.
do?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you already introducing her to
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
Okay, I like
Yes, ma'am.
that. Um, let's see. So, is there anything that you want to tell them about like the ranch life and the rap life? Like, what's something that you really want to tell them? Like the hard things that people don't really see or the good things?
Well, I just want to tell my younger brothers, like, that's chasing the rap life is know what you're doing.
Mm.
It's bigger than making a song. You know, it's like 90% business, 10% music, you know, and that's what they don't tell. That's what they don't show. That's why so many artists and bad deals. You know, that's why so many people screwed, and you don't see it until you get in that sinkhole. Because, like I said, they go after the money. They not educating themselves. They not reading. You know, ain't nothing but a big loan. They not giving you nothing but a loan.
Yeah.
And once you see the loan and you see what they make off you, now you mad. But go back to what I said. When you gonna look at yourself in the mirror, it's on you.
Mm.
You know, it's on you to make decisions. You got to make the right decision. Just because it come fast don't mean it's gonna last.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So, do you believe that being independent is better than being on a contract?
always.
Always.
Independent is harder though.
Hmm.
You know, independent people don't see independent. They don't respect independent until it's at the top of the mountain. But the whole time that person been scribing. When you being independent, it's gonna come with more headaches, more pain because you don't have nothing bagging you.
Hmm.
So if I'm sponsoring somebody or I sign them, I blow them up overnight. But they owe me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But if I'm independent, it's like I'm taking the stairs. I ain't taking the elevator. Everybody around me, we taking the stairs. You know what I'm saying? We ain't afraid of work. We ain't afraid of hard work. We don't care if it take 5, 10, 20 years. The whole goal is to get there.
Yeah.
You got people been out here running in circles the whole time, and they could have been doing the same thing, taking the stairs.
Hmm.
Yeah, they'll be there.
Okay. So, what is like the start of music? How can people get their music out there? Is it just like writing your songs, making music videos, and getting in there on YouTube, or is it always good to make connects and stuff with other people that make music?
Well, this generation we in now, you can do it off the internet.
Yeah.
You don't even need nobody, honestly. You can do it off the internet because the internet got everything you need now to be successful in the music game.
Yeah.
You know, and everything you see in the music game is not facts.
Hmm.
So you got to know the difference between when they clouding it, you know, with the robots and the screens. Just because it says that don't mean it's that number, you know. So
Yeah.
you got to be careful how you look at the music game because it's a game. That's why it's a game. You know,
Yeah.
you got to know how to play the game.
Yeah. Is there anybody you would collab with?
Say that.
Is there anybody that you would collab with,
Um.
or you wouldn't mind collabing
Oh
with?
yeah, yeah. Like big artists. Like I like to be with Kevin Gates.
Okay.
I like Kevin Gates.
Hmm.
Like Kevin Gates a lot. Rod Wave.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like to make music with those guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's step into fatherhood. So you have a beautiful 1-year-old little girl. How did becoming a father change your mindset?
Well, it just make me want it even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it just made me want it even more. Nothing really never changed because I always been on this path.
Hmm.
So if anything, it make me want it even more. Make me look at it differently.
Hmm.
You know, give me something to leave behind. You know, so and nothing really changed.
Yeah, it's just you're elevating more and more as
Yes.
she's here. What's the biggest lesson you hope she learns from your journey?
Never give up.
Hmm.
Never settle.
Yeah.
Never settle. That's really never settle for nothing. Anything you want, you work for it. Anything you trying to get, you can get it. Don't never let nobody tell you it can't be done. And that's the key to life.
Yeah.
Never give up, no matter what you face. Go after what you want. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. So, if you could talk to your younger self, what would you say today?
Uh,
Because you're very inspirational. So, what would you tell your younger self?
I'm proud of who I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I thank God. Like I say, I'm in the 1%.
Mm-hmm.
So I thank God. Doing what I'm doing, I'm 27 years old. I don't know. I'm happy. I can die today. I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all I'm doing is elevating and just scribing. But what most people trying to chase, I done did. What most people trying to do, I done done. So I don't know what else.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep God first and keep pushing. Like I say, that's all I can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's only, to me, I feel like it's only so much you can achieve out of life. Genuinely, like what else can you achieve?
Yeah.
Once you get the car, once you get the land, once you get that big house on the hill, once you go travel the world, what else can you do?
Yeah.
If you're not a good person at heart, like what else can you do? I mean, you got the money. What else?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no, that is true. What is your secret to being happy? Because you did mention happiness. So, like, what is your secret to being happy and being at peace?
Having freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Just having freedom, knowing I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. That's my freedom. That's my happiness. So I don't think you can get better than that, really. So that's it.
Yeah. So how do you know that you wake up one morning? Like, what is okay, you know that you did it. And I know you said that you're going to keep going no matter what. You're going to keep hustling. You're going to keep finding new things to do. But what is something that you know that you made it and you did it? Like, you wake up one morning, you're like, you know what, I did it. I'm good. I know my duties paid off. What is something that you have to feel for that to happen?
Um, you just got to be hungry.
Yeah.
I feel like you just got to be hungry. You got to be disciplined. That's the number one thing. People not disciplined. You got to know how to stop the bad things to get to the good part of life, and it come with a lot. Getting rid of, not going to parties, not cutting off friends. It's a lot when you're talking about being successful that you may have to do. To become the person you really want to become.
Yeah.
So it could be a sacrifice, and in the life will test you. Life will test you and see, do you really want what you say you want? So just be ready for it.
Yeah. Okay, so I know you said like cut off certain people and stuff. I seen that you came with a loyal crew. I seen that. Was that your friend?
Yeah, everybody around me, they're my cousins.
Family. Yes, I seen he came with the camera, and then I seen you got your other friend out there, and your other out there. What's it? How y'all are cousins, right? Are y'all pretty a tight ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't like everybody around me. Mostly my family, my cousin. They gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna do whatever it take, so everything can keep going to the next level.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing around me. Everything around me must work.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing free. Everybody, like, he holding the camera. He watching the truck. He, anything. Everybody always working. Because if you don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah.
No matter what your job is, it can be the easiest job, but you working. So that will make everything flow. You always gonna need help. No matter, you gonna need help. Yeah.
That is true, because I feel like doing it all at once, that is what you start off with, but eventually you are going to need a tight crew with you. And have y'all been doing this work with each other for a very long time?
From the ground up, everything I do, trucks and everything.
Yeah.
I always bought them. Yes, they know a lot. Yeah, okay. My younger cousin, they know a lot. Hard work, they know a lot about it. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the trucks. You were mentioning some stuff about the trucks. Tell me about how that's going and what does that consist of?
Oh yeah, the trucking game was good to me. I made some money in the trucking game, but I exit because the trucking game is really low right now. The trucking game low, race low, because you got these new guys coming to get in the truck game, don't know the trucking game, just getting in it. They taking loads for pennies. When the older guys, they understand what they doing. They've been doing it. They understand it. They not taking no loads that's not paying. These guys going to get truck notes. They got to pay the truck note. So the truck got to move. With an 18-wheeler, anybody in an 18-wheeler tell you, you ain't making no money unless the wheels turning. So a lot of the people who just starting out in the trucking game, they don't understand it. So that's the killer with it. So you got to find something, you got to find a loophole in it to win in it. And you just got to go for what you know.
Yeah. So do you feel like it's better starting off with a company with trucks than, getting your own truck? And do you feel like having your own truck can put you in some type of debt? Because I know people that they had their own truck and of course they got to pay it off eventually and then they got to make 10 times back that money to pay it off.
Yeah.
So what do you think is like the best thing to do? Advice for people that is trying to get in the truck business?
Buy your truck cash.
Okay.
Work. Get you a job or find your hustle. Do whatever it takes to buy your first truck cash. Cause I feel like the first truck is the hardest. Like, so you need to be eliminating all your bills when you getting into a business. Cause when you get in the truck game, insurance will kill you. Insurance has killed a lot of people, in the trucking game. Just alone, insurance or tires, $600, $700 one tire. I mean, you got to come in the trucking game with a bankroll to really win. Yeah.
Okay, so like, of course it's smart, everybody should be using their job to invest in some big products or big things and stuff like that. What would be the ideal of saving? Like, say somebody's working, I don't know, at a dealership or in real estate, whatever the case may be. What is like the smartest thing to do? Would it be, putting in a certain bank to get interest on it or?
Well, when you're talking about investing, what I would say is how much you making. You got to know how much you're making. How much of that going to bills? Okay. Then you looking at your money on the percentage you taking for yourself, and the rest you stacking, you saving. Well, with a bank, you have to be careful because your money really not making the right return on it in a bank. That's why most people invest in different things like crypto, stocks, mutual funds, more things that'll get them greater return on their money. So my thing is you're going to always have to find something that builds the money you want and the pace you want to get it at. Like I say, even when I'm talking to people around me, like where you happy at will matter. Some people are happy with 20,000. Some people happy with 100,000. Some people happy with 1 million. Some happy with 100 million. Some want 1 billion. So all that come down to the person. What you willing to do to get to where you trying to go. So I can't count my happiness on your happiness because what I call money probably is not what you call money. So now we have, it's going to always be like that with each individual.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you feel like a loan would be smart?
Yes, of course. But the loan, what you going to do with the loan? That's the key to a loan. What, if I give you some money, what are you going to do, to make sure I'm getting paid that loan back you get? That's the whole key to a loan. But most people is going to fail because they want to borrow. Don't nobody want to wait. This younger generation we live in, I'm young. I'm in that generation. But we don't want to wait for nothing. 30 years old now, in this generation. They say it's old. I mean, it's crazy to me. So you telling me you get 30 years old, you old now. That's how they feel. If I ain't got it by 20, if I ain't got it by, never. No real success comes overnight. The internet, Instagram, it make it look like you getting it. When you meet these people, it's nothing like that. Nah, you ain't who you say you are. That's why I say, you can show me some money. I got to see you spending it though. Let me see where you spent it, and I could tell you, if you got some money. So it's different. It depends on what they call money and what they call living. But you can't fool the people who really getting it because they know it take time. They know it take patience. They know it take work. I mean, if you can be 30, 34 years old, 35 years old, and sit for the rest of your life, what you mean? You say that's old. I mean, that's crazy. That's a blessing. God bless you. You got parents working 50, 60. Tell them to go look at their mom. Their mom still get them going to work. They say it's old. This boy been, I've been sitting down, man. I've been sitting down since I was 23. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just using this.
And to go back to what you said, that's so real, the social media thing. I did have to log off of social media for a while because I do believe that is true because I did have that mindset. I was like, you know what? I'm in my late 20s.
Yeah,
I'm getting old. It's time. I'm not making the moves that I wanted to make.
yeah,
I'm not where I thought I was going to be.
yes,
But I can most definitely agree with you that social media is a big part of why my mindset is like that because I see everybody doing this. I'm like, dang, they traveling.
yeah,
They doing this, they investing, they got all these trucks and
yes, ma'am.
stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm
Feel like you
like,
behind,
yeah,
but they playing. They
yeah,
go back to what I say. They playing. They not. They don't have it for real.
yeah.
That's the difference. And when you meet these people, you start to see it.
Hmm.
Like, if you go look at the most successful people, go look at the age. They'll tell you when they really found themselves taking off. Go look at the age. You might work for 10 years, putting in this work, this groundwork, but you probably live the rest of your life free.
Hmm.
So it's about what you're willing to give up. You know, most people play, and they wonder why they never succeed, why their dream never come true. You
Yeah.
know, I don't really call them dreams. I don't really like to say that. It's a goal.
Hmm.
Like I'm knocking down goals. You know what I'm saying? I'm setting the goal up. It's gonna become the reality. I don't really like to say dream. We ain't dreaming. We moving. You know, we trying to get there. You know, so we only live one time. And I feel like if you ain't getting it all, what you here for? Just imagine being 70 or 60 years old, or even 50. We could say 50. And knowing that you had all this potential and you never gave yourself 100%. So who you cheated?
Yeah.
Instagram or yourself?
Yeah, I do like that, and that is true because I don't ever want to look back and be like, "Dang, I should have done that.
Yeah,
Dang, I should have done this." So that goes back to what you were saying. Like, imagine being 70 years old and saying the same thing you were saying when you was like 30. So I for sure like that you said that. Do you feel like it's important to surround yourself around people that's better than you?
yes, of
Yeah,
course. Oh, you want to be around people that make you feel like you're an insult.
yeah,
Yeah, that's when you step in your game up. That's when you knowing ain't no I don't know, ain't no bullshit being tolerated. So a lot of people gonna run from discipline. You know what I'm saying? I got friends, I got people that I met on the way up. When they talk to me
mm,
and I talk back, uh, you might don't see them next week, a month later, cause they run from discipline.
yeah,
Cause they know, hey, if I'm around him, it's 100%.
yeah.
You know, so that's how it come. But that's what I expect. That's the expectation. But if you stay around long enough, I think you'll be happy. Yeah,
Okay. No, that is true because I have been around some people and I'm trying to elevate myself to be around like better people, you know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily talking down on anyone, but I am trying to open my horizons to being around people that's bigger than me. And I do feel like when I am around people that is, I wouldn't say under me, I'm not going to
yeah,
say that at all, but people that don't really understand where, the vision,
yeah,
they do try to put the fear in me, or they try to say that's you can't do that, or there's no way, there's gonna be a lot of money. And I hear that a lot of people are like, it's gonna be a lot of money, you're gonna have to do this, you're gonna have to do that. Well, you're gonna have to wait. And I do feel like with me, I tend to keep my goals to myself, but I do believe I should bring in some type of crowd with me, people that I trust, of
yeah.
course, not
Yes,
just
ma'am.
anybody.
Yes, ma'am.
But I do feel like it is important for me to bring like bigger people in so they can see my vision and they were in my shoes before, so they're
Yes.
not down talking or putting fear in my
Right,
life and stuff
right.
like
I mean, you gonna have the doubters in anything you're doing. I feel like don't let them rob you.
that.
You know, out of your vision.
Yeah.
You know, don't let no one rob you out of your vision. It's your vision for a reason, and that's one thing I learned. You know, on my road, like understanding that that's your dream, man. You can't expect them to understand your dream, your vision.
Mm-hmm.
All you can do is feed them, from a distance. That's all you can do because what you working on is what you working on, and God gave you that vision for a reason, and chase that vision. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. And I do feel like when I start to include God in everything that I do, which I do,
yeah,
especially now, everything does tend to fall into place. So I
yeah,
absolutely do love that. Is there any advice that you would give people out there for
yeah.
anything? Just something that you hold on your heart all the time. You just know that it's something real.
Um, uh, I say, why do we grow?
Hmm.
Why do we grow? because we don't want to be outgrown.
Yeah.
That's something I always stuck by. Like, that's why we get up and try to grind. That's why we try to be ahead, in sports or anything you doing. Why do you grow? Because you don't want to be outgrown.
Yeah.
So that's something I always live by. Yeah.
Okay. I do have a question. So, as you know, of course, I was looking at your music, and I think it's the song "Working Harder."
Yeah.
So, what is the backstory of that song? Like, I was actually listening to the lyrics and stuff. Like, what passion are you giving out there to everybody?
I'm working harder than ever. Like, I'm working harder than ever. I'm trying to be the best I can be for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no competition against no one. I'm blind to them. I'm blind to the world.
Yeah.
I'm working harder for me, not for them. So once you learn that, hey, you'll be happy within.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people, like Dion say, don't let my confidence mess with your insecurity. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it is. We working harder every day. We trying to be better every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do like that. So, working harder, do you think being successful does come with early mornings and late nights? How do you feel about that quote?
Yes, of course. That's a quote we all stick by, but I feel it's more saying that your mindset. That's really that will separate us is our mind. It really ain't physical. It's mental. It ain't it's our mind.
Yeah.
What you willing to do, what you willing to deal with, what you willing to sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
What discipline you on. All that. I feel like that's 99% of it.
Yeah.
What you willing to give to receive. They don't want to give up nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do feel like the mind is a busy place, and
Yes.
it is a strong thing. Like, if your mind ain't right, it is kind of hard to, go down the path that you want to go down for sure. So tell everybody what's next for you.
What's next is just buying some more properties. Investing some more, putting some more money out there. I can't keep it. What I'm gonna do with it?
Yeah.
Inflation gonna eat it up. So we investing. That's all I can say. We investing. I done did almost everything that can be done. What we'll call making some money out the game. So I don't know, just investing, just keep investing.
Yeah.
Just keep trying to get better. That's all I can do.
Okay, and I like that. Is there a place that you do want to, raise your family and live and stuff, or do you prefer to stay out here and, local, like in the Dallas area? Because I know you're gonna be moving regardless, because your business. But like, where is something a place that you want to settle?
Either Texas or Miami. I'm trying to put me some on Star Island.
Okay.
Yeah, for the grind. I'm gonna put me.
That's where the money is. It's Miami for sure.
Yeah, it's money. Like I say, money everywhere.
Yeah.
It just depends on what you're doing. But I'm on some big boy shit. So yeah, I want to put me one on Star Island before it's all over. Yeah.
Okay. Well, is there anything else that you would like to tell the audience before we close out Hear Me Out podcast?
Just chase your dream.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the hate away. Keep God first and keep working.
Always.
That's all I can. That's all I can say.
Okay.
And just stay tuned in with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, I would love for, my people to have your socials, like your Instagram and stuff like that, so they can get in contact with you. You do trail ride? Do you do the trail rides? Like, do you?
Yeah, I do horseback riding.
Horseback riding, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it the training or is it just like
I train?
Everything.
We do everything.
Okay. Well, go ahead and give them your information.
You can find me at Instagram at 2J, 2.JJAY _ and Facebook J Clark. And if you're looking for me, I'm right there. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I'm so blessed to have you here today. Y'all stay tuned for any new projects that Jay has. A lot of people out here love riding horses, and I know people are trying to get in the country life as well. But I'm so blessed to have you here in my Hear Me Out podcast, and I cannot wait to drop this episode. And y'all have a blessed day.